if you ever love me. If you ever love me, have mercy. Oh, have mercy. Oh, have mercy. Have mercy. You're never gonna be alone, never from now on. Need someone to hold, just hold on me. I'll never be far away, I'm here to stay. If you get lost on me. The second I looked into your eyes, baby, I held on for my life. No matter what, I know you're right where I wanna be. Even if the whole world turned itself against us, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Even with my last breath, the last beat in my chest, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Even on the worst of days, I know it's gonna be okay. As long as I've got you right here with me. Whatever our crazy hearts might do, whatever it is that we go through, no matter what, I know you're right where I wanna be. Even if the whole world turns itself against us, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Even with my last breath, the last beat in my chest, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, yeah. I'm gonna love you like it's our last day, no matter whatever comes our way. If these are the last words off of my lips, all I want you to know is even if the whole world turns itself against us, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Even with my last breath, the last beat in my chest, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you.
KS95, the Lake of Ozarks country station. That was Gonna Love You by Parmalee. It is 7:21. I'm Justin McGowan, and we had some great basketball this evening from the 86th annual Tipton Boys and Girls Tournament. We had the boys tonight, and Eldon and South Callaway came out in the second game in the semifinals, and it was a defensive battle, a lot of missed opportunities on both ends. South Callaway ended up prevailing with that, so they will play for the championship against the winner of the game that is happening right now, California and Camdenton in Tipton. And the consolation semis was a good game between Versailles and those Tipton Cardinals, with Versailles coming out on top. And so they will play for the championship of the consolation bracket. And they will play tomorrow at 7. With Tipton playing for the 7th place game, they will play tomorrow at 4. We will have both games here on KS95, as well as at MoSportsZone and LakeRadio.com. But again, great basketball. We'll have the girls as well. But right now, the California and Camdenton Lakers are battling it out for a chance to play those South Callaway for the 86th annual Tipton Boys Tournament champions. And I don't know if they will come out with a plan of attack against that defense, because South Callaway has a decent defense. I can't talk tonight, but I think either way, it'll be a good game. And Versailles will play the winner of the New Bloomfield and Marshall for that consolation championship. And Eldon will face off against the loser of the game that's happening right now, California and Camdenton. That game will be the third place game on Saturday at 3, and then the championship will be at 6 p.m. on Saturday. Come back. I got great country music the rest of the night, and I'm glad you're here. And we got some John Michael Montgomery, some Justin Moore, and Josh Turner next on KS95.
I was raised on it. I grew up country.
This is KS95.
What you see is what you get.
It's about life in small town America.
That's right.
I'll always be country.
I'm gonna keep it country, love the radio.
KS95, today's country, and your all-time favorites.
Well, I went down to the Grundy County auction where I saw something I just had to have. My mind told me I should proceed with caution, but my heart said go ahead and make a bid on that. And I said, hey, pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make you mine on mine.
Flurry to start this game.
Well, Ryan, you see what I did there is for the people at home to pull the curtain back a little bit. When we do our MoSportsZone games, we go ahead and have a live stream coming from a studio. Well, our first two games were coming from our sister station, KS95, the station that I call home, and I had that feed still going on my computer. While I switched everything over to Mix, I did not switch that audio feed that we can't hear, so KS95 was playing on the stream while we were doing this. So my apologies if you're watching the video and now you hear us. But yeah,
You probably got to hear some great songs, to
that's
say the
very
least.
possible. Got a little country music in your life, but second free throw, Rattles won't go, and Turner just hung in the air to get that one. This kid's got springs.
He's definitely
for
the
feet,
most athletic player on the floor right now.
which is saying something because Johnny
Yeah.
Seamow's pretty athletic, and so is Owen Borbay.
Well, and California is athletic as well, right? I mean,
Oh, Borbay, no look, shovel pass, inside, laid up and in by Eli Dickerson.
yeah, and nice touch there from Dickerson, because when you're driving baseline and you choose not to use the backboard, it's obviously a bold move on the layup, but nothing but net.
Good offense here by California trying to get inside. A reverse layup, flipped, and I seriously can't get over Durnham's ability to jump.
Yeah.
He's going to hit his head on the rim if he's not careful. Oh, hesitation, crossover, no look pass again to Dickerson. The shot blocked, though. Good defense by Landon Dunham.
It's a nice possession there from California. They needed one to kind of slow Camdenton down, that is, excuse me.
14-3. The Lakers lead the Pintos here in the Butcher Shop first quarter of action. Pressure being applied, top of the key. Durnham,
He's guarding with his back.
yeah, he's facing the wrong way, still put the player on clamps. Pinto's trying to go to the low block, but great defense by Pogue. Shot fake, stepping into a runner, flipped up and in. Tough shot knocked down. Cooper Messerly.
Yeah, but anything California and the Pintos they score tonight, it's going to be tough, right? And Camdenton set that tone early, and that makes it a long night.
14-5. The Lakers lead with 2:58 to play in the Butcher Shop first quarter of action. Seamow on the block, turnaround hook shot up and good. The Lakers looked good in their opening round.
They look really good tonight.
Wow. You can hear the Laker bench chanting, what a pass, rolls out, and some of that, you could argue offensive interference as Durnan slapped the backboard and then it rattled loose, but nonetheless,
Yeah.
Carson Durnan levitated.
That was a nice baseline cut. That's got to be, I mean, it's so frustrating, right, for California. Like, you do everything right in that possession, and they're still just, the Lakers are more athletic and get there and make a nice play. That's tough.
And a fight for the loose ball. Seamow has it, and he is fouled.
I mean, it has been a truly dominating performance to start this on every side of the ball, right? Like, nothing has came easy for the Pintos.
Inbounding under their own. Oh, that's what that knob does. Okay, I turned myself up accidentally. Working around the outside. Pogue. He wants a three off the front iron, and Durnan got lucky there. He was just trying to go for the ball, but it was a good box out by California.
That's the contest that I respect, though, when refs don't call it a foul.
And quick hands stripped loose by Dickerson. Looking to run. He goes to the hoop, but they're going to get him for a charge.
Not too often do you see a defender jump in the air and get a charge called, but I think that one might have warranted it.
Yeah, that was, you can't really fault Eli. He made a great play defensively, started to run with it, and I know he was seeing coast to coast.
I don't know. Does Dickerson play football? We probably don't, neither do you, but something tells me he probably does, because he just trucked right through there.
Man, I tell you what, Camdenton knows how to produce some athletes. Speaking of athletes, on the floor now, Brayton Halford, a senior for these Pintos, has checked in, and he's got some height to him as well.
They're going to need some.
Another 6'3" or 6'4" body out there, because I see him next to Eli Dickerson, who's listed at 6'3", and he's about his size or bigger. Shot won't go. Offensive board by the Pintos. Goes to the floor. Should be a travel play on. Driving to the basket. Good defense played by Durnan.
Yeah, that's just, you can't teach that, right? Comes all the way from the top of the key to cut off backside and not foul. Like, how many times do you see someone not foul in that situation?
Absolutely. Brady Rapp in for the Lakers. He was running point before it goes to Borbay. Man, what a little hesitation. No look pass to Seamow. There's a name for that. I believe what he just used was a little inverted. Is it called the Sham God?
Yeah, something. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's popular on the playground, right?
Well, he just brought it into the basketball court. The defense bit, and just like that, it's 18-5. Camdenton in full control in this Butcher Shop first quarter of action. 1:07 to go, and this defense is smothering. It's straight man from the Pintos, but they're athletic.
And Brooks, is that Volkart that just, held the ball in the right wing? Like, he's
Volkart's got it right now.
But obviously needing to take a break.
Volkart thought about a three, instead tries to drive, but Borbay giving him no space at all.
The length of Camdenton, it's not allowing California to do anything.
California, that's a good California ball club, but they are just being smothered right now. Volkart, that's the most room he's had as he drives to the basket. Shot fake, trying to work around Durnan, flips it off the glass, won't go. Eli Dickerson, the board. Pushes it up to Borbay. Great hands, snags it from going out of bounds. He drives baseline, hangs up in the air, goes to Seamow. They're going to say that Borbay stepped on the baseline before the pass.
And Ball made sure not to live with the air ball following it up, so...
Yeah, that's one where you see that shot airball and you're like, you know what, all right.
You know what, maybe he did step out of bounds, I've been there.
Under 20 seconds to play. The Lakers with an early 13-point lead, trying to punch their ticket to the championship of this 86th annual Tipton Tournament. Lakers in a zone now, 3-2. Borbay on the point. Volkart picks it up, 3 seconds to go. Pintos, have to fire a three. Long rebound, and
could have been fouls all around.
Carson Durnan, when all those fails, just jump really, really high and good things will happen.
Typically, that's how it works.
A great first quarter of action from the Lakers. They lead 18-5 after one. You're listening to Mix 92.7 Sports.
High-tech collision and auto body repair. Serving the lake for nearly 30 years. Always there for you. Towing 24/7. High-tech has the best in complete collision repair. The lake's one-stop shop. Accidents are scary. Repairs shouldn't be. Proud to support Lake community and Camdenton and Osage football. Go Lakers. Go Indians. Go high-tech.
High-tech auto body and towing. Body and towing. Our quality keeps you on the go.
348-9070.
The Butcher Shop in Camdenton, honored supporter of the Osage Indians and Camdenton Lakers. Come in Monday through Saturday for the finest cuts, entrees, sides, sandwiches, and dinner needs. Always serving fresh hot ribs for Friday night lights. The Butcher Shop Catering, custom catering with our recipes or your grandma's, we cook to order. Customer service is #1 for any event, any size. The Butcher Shop behind Central Bank in Camdenton, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Back to Camdenton Lakers basketball on Mix 92.7.
We're getting ready for second quarter action here. The American Sun controls second quarter as Camdenton has opened up a 13-point lead early on California, holding the Pintos to just 5 points in the first quarter, Ryan.
Is that good?
That's really good.
Now, last game, that would have kept you in the game, though, but Camdenton's also scoring the basketball.
Last game, this was a halftime score.
Yeah, that's true.
Lakers on offense. Skip pass. Durnan in the corner. He drives baseline. Jumps 8 feet in the air. Floater won't go, but he gets his own miss. Put back. Rattles home. Goodness. Durnan just dominating inside right now.
He's just more athletic. I mean, I feel like I've said that a million times, but it's the truth, right? Like, he's just going baseline and showing that he's not afraid of really anyone.
And a steal by the Lakers. Pogue with it, looking to run. Left side hesitation, goes right at Volkert and finishes at the rim. This Lakers squad has made it very clear they have plans on playing in the championship. It's 22-5. California, now the Lakers have switched back to man. They went zone there for the end of the first quarter, but with 7 minutes to go in the American Sun Control second quarter of action. A 17-point Laker lead. Nice movement without the ball by the Pintos, but the Lakers harass enough to force another tip pass out of bounds.
Well, it's almost like you're just expecting, like, yes, did a Laker get a hand on that? Kind of. But you're just expecting so much pressure, and then there's nothing there, but you're still sped up because of the last 6 possessions. And
at some point, you're hearing footsteps, and
right.
Man, this has been impressive by Camdenton. Inbounds is to Borbay. He turns the corner. Gets back to the middle of the floor. He outruns 3 Pintos. Pass at the last moment to Franklin. Counted and a foul.
Call me crazy. I don't think that you want to press this Camdenton team. I mean, I don't know what you're going to accomplish doing that. Like, they're not worried, really. It doesn't feel like.
I don't know what you do to this Camdenton team if they're going to play like this. I mean, with a free throw here, Gavin Franklin could make this a 20-point game. As the free throw no good, and Durnan goes over everyone, gets the board, puts it up, was probably fouled.
I was going to say, probably should have gotten an and one as well. But
it's 26-5 with 6:40 to go in the American Sun Control second quarter of action. Pintos trying to find any kind of offense, but don't look now. It's another steal off to the races. Thinking about the dunk, but going with the lay-in was Franklin. California wants the timeout. It's 28-5. Lakers on top. You're listening to Mix 92.7 Sports.
Aye, Captain, the seas of the Ozarks are too rough. Me and crew can't secure the screens and railings. She'll never be installed right. She ain't sturdy, Captain. Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control. You're listening to Camdenton Lakers basketball. BLOZ Eldon. It's the halftime show on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Camdenton had a shot in this game. I thought they may even be favored. They're talking about, I mean, you're up 23. There's 6:25 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, the domination, and they needed it, right? They needed to come out and have a good showing in this tournament because last year they didn't, and be good.
Mid-range jumper from the Pintos won't go. Pogue's got it and wants to run because that's the Laker way, but it's restolen by California. Off to the races, settling for a little mid-range jumper, but it's up and good. Hayden Kilmer.
Even that, a transition bucket, was a tough shot for Camdenton.
Back the other way, Seamow, quick trigger mid-range, won't go. Franklin, the board, gets the defender in the air, takes the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Got such a size advantage inside, like a pull-up mid-range jumper. You're going to have someone win a rebound inside if there's only one Pinto in the paint, and that's what happened. Go to the line, shoot two.
There's one game left here at the Tipton Tournament tonight as the first free throw for Franklin off the back iron, top of the backboard, no good. The next game will be New Franklin.
And Marshall.
Thank you. Yes, winner of that game who do they face?
They would face
South Callaway?
South Callaway. Loser would face Tipton.
Or wait, no. South Callaway faces the winner of this game.
Yeah, wow.
Winner of that next game gets Versailles.
Yeah, there you go.
Loser gets Tipton.
We were going to get to it eventually.
Yeah, there's only X amount of teams in this tournament. We'd figure it out.
After we named the other 7, we were going to name the 8th team that played.
We named the other 7, a few other conferences, maybe a few SEC schools.
It's okay. We were going to get there.
Pass fake. Okay. Little hand check foul going to be called.
And you haven't really seen many of those in this game.
You haven't had a chance, dude. It's been a track race.
I thought about that in the first quarter, about Like, we didn't have very many stoppages.
No, at this pace, like we were running a little behind in this Tipton tournament. And apparently Camdenton's like, hey, I think I can fix that.
Yeah.
On the inbounds, look from the corner, driving inside, tough take, and a charge going to be called as stepping into the path and drawing the charge, Owen Borbet.
That's hard nosed. That's what you like to see, right? Willing to put your body on the line. Even, up 21 in the second quarter, still stepping in front of someone and taking a charge.
Man, Borbet is a baller. There's no two ways about it.
No doubt about it.
Kid's only about 5'8", but boy, he gets after it.
Oh, that makes me respect him even more.
And the Lakers.
That's going to be a foul. Oh, now he's on the ground again.
Honestly, California kind of helped Camdenton there. The Lakers were having a little bit of trouble with that press, but.
Yeah, that was 8 seconds that ran off the clock. So, you foul and almost get a turnover.
The guards out there for the Lakers right now, Halford. Excuse me, that is the wrong squad I'm looking at.
Again, it's one of the 8.
80 Rapp and Borbet doing most of the ball handling duties. Pogue finds Borbet, jump step out to Seamow. They're going to get him for a travel. Seamow was just trying to muscle up as he was working against the defense of senior Will Edwards.
Now, I will say, that could have been a lot of things. A travel was not one of them, but you take it over the foul.
The good news if you're the Pintos is you've really slowed Camdenton down the last minute. The bad news if you're the Pintos
not scoring.
Is Dernan just checked back into the game.
Oh, I didn't even know. To be honest with you, I didn't even notice he was on the bench, but I should have because they went on a scoring drought. And we also have someone in an ACL knee brace. What's his name?
Yeah, I just now noticed that. That is quite the brace. Floater up for the Pintos won't go. That, by the way, is Paxton Yowell.
He also got the rebound.
Yeah, the brace is doing its job. Borbet. Top of the key working around. Yowell has it now. On the right wing, they're trying to post Dernan low. Instead, Borbet in the corner thought about the three. Used the step to make some space. Yowell whips it over to the left side to Rapp. Rapp goes to the right wing, back to Seamow. Quickly to the corner. Yowell, his three off the front iron, kept alive by Seamow. Turnaround jumper up and good. 30-7.
So say even when things don't go great, right? You have a miss and maybe not a great look. You get a rebound and a really good look on the putback. So everything's going right for Camdenton.
Seamow's pressure causing problems. Now Rapp on defense. These Lakers, they look sharp. Firing to the block, but instead Dernan was there. Dernan wants to run. Dernan gives it up to Yowell in the corner. And the ball re-stolen by the Pintos. Almost called them the Pacers, but we're not in Indiana.
Well, you have the Lakers on one end. It's hard not to want to call them the Pacers.
It really is, but Camdenton, California, trying to go too fast there.
I keep getting mixed up that way, too. I'm not going to lie to you.
Seamow inbounds to Borbet. Full court pressure, a little 1-2-2. Seamow gets the middle of it, breaks it down. Backside finds Yowell underneath the basket. Has to pick it up, needs some help, and finds it in Rapp. A deep three from Rapp off the iron won't go. And a strong board hauled in by Will Edwards. In the corner, California trying to find offense anywhere they can. They're down 23. Instead, they find Borbet. Borbet ahead to Seamow. Running the floor are the Lakers. Seamow, bullet pass, weak side, caught by Rapp and laid in.
I was just, on that last possession whenever it went I was trying to think, what can California do offensively to kind of get back in this game, and I just didn't have an answer, right?
My best advice, shoot every three you get and hope some of them go.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but at the same time, Camdenton's extended out.
Camdenton does not care right now. They are here to win. That's it, plain and simple. What a statement they are making. You see the South Callaway kids watching on what are we going to do with this?
Right. That'll set up a pretty...
a steal from Seamow. He's got space and lays it in. It just won't fall, but Borbet there for the board. Borbet trying to throw a bullet inside to Rapp, but it was picked off by the Pintos.
This will set up a pretty cool third-place matchup, Tri-County game between Eldon and California.
Very true. Two teams that know each other well. Passes loose, picked up by Dernan. Lakers, they got to have 15 steals by now.
Yeah. It's giving shades of the Eldon Tipton game with the amount of turnovers they've forced. Now kind of slowing things down. I think that's probably good for both teams.
I'm exhausted from them running.
Yeah.
Yowell to Seamow. Seamow, one dribble, says, I'll take that three, and I'll get that three.
Yeah. Why go slow when you can just pull up a three, right, from 30 feet.
It's a 28-point game, 35-7 with 2 minutes to go here in the American Sun Control second quarter of action. Yowell applying pressure at the top of the key. Volkart, entry pass, and just lost off the leg of a Pinto. When you're under pressure 24-7, I mean, little things start going wrong.
Something's got to give eventually, and that time it was the ball going out of bounds.
So some subs in.
Camdenton with a minute 46 left here. I want to see if they run some sets, right, or if they just keep playing ball.
Pogue trying to throw a bullet. He was looking for Caden Bowen, who has checked in, but it's picked off by the Pintos. So 1:32 to go, 28-point Laker lead. Pintos trying to get anything going. Pintos still with just 7 points on the board. Deep three lined up. Off the back iron won't go. Offensive board to California. Floater on the run. Off the right iron won't go. Putback is good.
Well, if anything, you got a little intensity right there, right? Put back.
William Cotton with the bucket. They try to trap Pogue. It doesn't work well. Durnan gets it inside to Bowen. He's fouled. And that'll be team foul number 5 on the Pintos, so that's going to send Bowen to the free throw line.
I don't know that running a bunch of run and jump presses is going to do much, but I think at this point
I think it will. I think it's going to make sure that we get to finally see Carson Durnan jam one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, I guess you just got to throw your whole defensive tool bag out, right? At this point, just see if something works.
Yeah, Coach Conway in California is a great coach.
And they're going to win a lot of games this year, too.
Bowen going with the bank shot free throw, but, it works.
Hey, man, we've seen struggles tonight. And now, what are we talking about here? I don't know.
Oh, I think the ref just said, all right, you banked one, but can you granny shot one?
I'd lose it.
And the second one off the iron. Durnan soars, tips it to Pogue, who tried to go back to Durnan, but it's tipped out of bounds. That has to be so frustrating. With one of those air balls, you're like, I got position, I'm great, and there's a shadow, and you're like, what's that? And you look up, and it's Carson Durnan hovering in the air above you.
You're like, oh, great, here we go. It's like seeing the bat symbol in the air and as the villain. Right?
It really is.
You know what's coming.
Lakers to inbound. It's out to Rapp. He'll try a deep three. Doesn't matter. Hand in his face, nothing but the bottom of the net. The Lakers lead by 30. Pogue going for the steal. They're going to get him for a reach, but get this. It's just the Lakers' second foul.
They've played clean defense. You'd think with how many turnovers they'd force, they'd have at least fouled once or twice. But
they have held number 1 seed in this tournament, California, to 9 points.
Yeah, I mean.
Do you think Camdenton was a little unhappy with their seeding of 4?
It got to be, right? It's tough to seed these teams in the preseason tournaments.
And more great defense. Pintos finally get it inside, but it's knocked loose.
Oh.
They're going to call a reach-in foul on Yowell, but here's the thing. It's only your third team foul. You don't mind that.
I was going to say it's really not bad. And they'll just trigger a baseline inbound, and California fans not happy about the foul count, but let's just call it what it is. Camdenton's sitting back and,
they're
just
jumping past lanes. Seamow comes back into the game for Yowell.
He played some good minutes for having a bulky knee brace like that on. It's tough to play basketball like that.
Pintos, deep three off the inbound, off the front iron. Tips controlled by California. Extra pass, corner three, launched, high archer. Durnan grabs it from right beside the rim. Ahead to Seamow. On the run out, Seamow crossover, goes baseline, makes space, needs help. Finds it in Rapp. Top of the key, 3 lined up, knocked down.
They've shot lights out.
42-9. This is just domination.
That should have went to Camdenton, but
when you're up 33, it's amazing how many fewer calls you're going to get.
Yeah, but think what's on the line right here. You can hold a high school varsity basketball team to single digits in a half.
Inbounds to the corner. Back to the wing. Camdenton looking for a shot with 10 seconds left. In trouble. It's skipped to the top of the key. Back to the right wing. A little short corner action. Driving baseline. Dumping Seamow. Blocking foul going to be called, but once again, that's just team foul 4, so no free throws. Can California get a bucket here? Are they held to single digits in the first half?
I don't know. It's been if they are, it's not anything California did. It's wrong. It's what Camdenton did right.
Inbound, and the Pintos find the lay-in.
That's on us.
We've played one half of ball, and wow. Lakers just heaved one up there just because, and it went halfway down and came back out. But nonetheless, we've played one half. It's all Camdenton, 42-11. Halftime show coming up. You're listening to the Mix 92.7 Sports.
I'm Brett Edson with Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home.
My family has called Camden County home for 8 generations. Our firm's roots run deep too. In 1929, our predecessor, Banks & Woolery, moved the original funeral home from Old Lynn Creek to the square in Camdenton. In 1955, the Reed family relocated to the present location on North Highway 5. Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home has continued that legacy with personalized distinction for over 2 decades. Our caring and capable team stands ready to meet your needs at Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home in Camdenton.
Sold out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle dazzle. 2, 1. He shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win.
Shelton is crushing it.
When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Attention seafood lovers. This December, Hy-Vee has your holiday cravings covered with the ultimate crab sale. December 2nd through December 30th, swing by Hy-Vee's Fish Market to reel in these incredible deals. Cooked shrimp, just $5.99 a pound. Premium crab cakes, only $6. And delicious tender Dungeness crab clusters, just $14.99 a pound. Find these mouth-watering deals at Hy-Vee in Osage Beach, Jefferson City, Columbia, and Springfield.
You're listening to Camdenton Lakers basketball. KLOZ Eldon. It's the halftime show on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
And welcome to the Hy-Vee Halftime Show. You're part of our broadcast on Mix 92.7 Sports. And, of course, we're hanging out in the Kelly's Port broadcast booth. I'm Colton Taylor. Ryan Retone with me. Britt on the camera. If you're listening to this game on the radio, you can also watch it at MoSportsZone.com. And if you're thinking, man, I want to go back and see that play, it's also always available on our YouTube page. Ryan, there's a lot of ways to describe that first half, but I think one of them has to be dominant for the Lakers.
Yeah, they came out and did what they were probably expected to do. Maybe not seeding-wise, but I'm sure when Camdenton came into this game, they had to have known that they were the more athletic team. And if they came out and took care of business, they wouldn't have any problems. There's some shocked faces in this crowd coming from some California fans. I don't think this is what they expected, right? I mean, the California is the 1 seed coming into this tournament, and Camdenton took offense to that.
So here's the thing. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect this. I thought Camdenton had a good shot in this game. I thought their athleticism would help them a lot. They have size. But honestly, California is always such a disciplined and solid ball team that I thought, all right, can Camdenton hold up to that kind of discipline and frustration or whatever? Because California is just that kind of team that can pick you apart and do the little things. I did not expect Camdenton to come in here and say, I don't care if you're the 1 seed or not. We're going to have a 31-point lead at the half.
Oh, okay, so a 31-point lead at the half is insane for any game, right? But I do think that this is something that Camdenton's been building, right? Like, this is a Class 5 team that just played last year, right, in a conference schedule of some of the best teams in the state at the 5 and 6A level. And they have since left that conference to move to the CMAC, as most of our listeners probably know. But these are guys that have returned, right, and played in that gauntlet of a conference. So now they've got that experience. They were 5 and 21 last year. But if you look at the deeper vision and just see what came out of some of those losses, right, they went 1 and 2 in this tournament last year. And I'm sure that was not the expectation. So to come out here and, I mean, look, this team's experienced and they're talented. They're athletic. I'm impressed. I really am.
No, I'm right there with you. And so looking ahead, I don't want to go ahead and call this game a game, but let's be real. When you're up by 31 and you've only allowed the other team to score 11, you feel like you should probably hold on to this lead. That means the Lakers are going to move on to the championship bout, which will be played Saturday at 6 o'clock. We'll have that for you right here on Mix 92.7 as they will do battle with South Callaway. So instead of the 1-2 matchup, it's going to be the 4-2 matchup in the championship game. That means on Saturday, the third place game is looking like like it's going to be played between California and Eldon. That one will take place at 3 o'clock. It'll be available on KS95, 95.1 FM, also at MoSportsZone.com. And what other games? We're going to have a lot of games on Saturday.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to have your work cut out for you, huh?
I'm going to have no voice is what I'm going to have. But while we're doing that, Ryan, you've got some pretty big plans on Saturday as well.
I actually have pretty big plans tomorrow night.
Oh, that's tomorrow night,
yes.
not Saturday. My apologies.
Yes. So yeah, I'm Nixa. I'm from Nixa. So Camdenton people, obviously, we've probably ran into each other at some point or another. And my brother is playing in the Class 6 state championship game tomorrow night against DeSmet, so I'm really excited for that. Good luck to all of them. And we just called an Eldon game. They're practicing in Eldon on their way up, so big thanks to the people in our listening area at KS95. They're letting them do that. I'm super excited. It should be fun. So,
mad props to your brother. And just a cool little fact that we could throw out there: Nixa High School is also home to the number one recruit in next year's college class, or recruiting class to college, I should say. He's a left tackle, right?
Yeah, Jackson Cantwell, left tackle. He's an animal. And actually, so I don't know if someone knows and has a way to reach out to us. There's these guys, CMG Sports, I see all the time on social media. I think they're Camdenton based, and they've been doing a lot of high school games, and they've been covering Nixa a whole lot. So I guess if they're listening somehow, they might know. But they cover Cantwell a lot.
So that last name is pretty big in this area because, of course, his dad is from Eldon, an Olympic shot putter, and I thought somebody told me mom was an Olympian as well.
They both were.
And so when you put that together, you get and I know you told me like 6'5" the other day. I heard a thing that said he was 6'8".
He's 6'8". He's every bit of 6'8". And the number one left tackle in the country, he's going to go up against the number one D end in the country.
Oh, boy.
From DeSmet. It's literally like Missouri state championship games are viewed like probably middle of the class around the country, but now that you have number one on number one, it's a pretty big deal, yeah.
And like you said, 6'8", a little over 300 pounds, but we're
he
talking
just throws dudes.
Nothing but muscle, benching like 500 pounds. I mean, the kid is
35 ACT.
Of course he does.
As an eighth grader.
And just to add to all that, if you're wondering, well, where's a kid like that going to play college ball? Don't worry, Mizzou's still a possibility.
Mizzou's probably going to be in his final two, I would say. I bet it's between Georgia and Mizzou.
The fact that Georgia and Mizzou are your options says a lot. Which, by the way, the Lakers out here, out of the locker room already, because let's be honest, what did Coach Edson have to talk about? Like, hey, guys.
We did a good job.
Good first half.
Keep doing it.
I'd like to see a dunk. I don't know.
No, that was us. I don't know if that was the coach saying that.
Okay, well, I'm going to say it again. I'd really like to see a dunk. Like,
would be cool.
Let Carson get a free run to the basket because I know he can slam it. Oh, man, that's it's been a fun first half for these Lakers, and we're closing in on the second half of action. So we'll take a quick break as we get ready to wind down this Hy-Vee halftime show, and we'll come back with second half action. You're listening to Mix 92.7 Sports.
Tradition runs in the family. Family vacation, family Sunday dinner, and family holiday gatherings. Lake of the Ozarks boaters find top quality boats and service at Kelly's Port. The same owner and manager for over 40 years. Now that's a tradition. Start your own family tradition on a new Regal boat or Bennington pontoon, backed by highly trained and certified technicians. Kelly's Port on Business 54 in Osage Beach, the marina on Dude Ranch Road, or online kellysport.com. Book your winterization now.
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Shoulda remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
Attention all contractors, homeowners, and equipment enthusiasts. United Rentals has everything you need. That's right. And if they don't, they'll go to work to find it or order the piece of equipment that you need. With one of the largest fleets in the country, they carry everything from man lifts and telehandlers to skid steers and excavators. United Rentals not only rents, they sell used equipment as well. Looking for equipment service? Look no further than United Rentals to take care of your fleet. Take Highway 42 to Blue Ridge Road. United Rentals, help helping you build the future.
This is Camdenton Lakers basketball. Back to the game. Back to the game on Mix 92.7.
As we wind down this Hy-Vee halftime show, getting ready to switch gears into our third quarter of action. It's been all Lakers, 42-11. Pinto's going to have the first possession of the second half.
I'm just thankful you didn't ask me what the Pintos needed to do to get back in this one, because I'm not sure. I mean, I don't even think they're playing that bad. It's just Camdenton is dominating.
Yeah, it's one of those that, like, I mean, the Pintos are executing fairly well. It's almost like there's two speeds in this game, and the Lakers' speed is just a little quicker.
Would agree with you. I was going to say, I mean, I really don't think that they've played a terrible game. It's just, what do you do?
I don't know. But, hey, in exciting news, by the way, Kansas got knocked off last night. Number 1 Kansas fell to unranked Creighton in Creighton.
And they might lose again.
I hope they do. I'm more scared that a mad Kansas team is coming to Mizzou on Sunday.
That's tough.
Somebody just crank up Mr. Brightside. We'll have fun with it. Pintos with the first look of the second half. Running a little weave offense, trying to find their way inside. Lakers giving up no room whatsoever. Volkert at the top of the key, jab step, drive before Bay takes it away. Shot fake, free throw line, jumper, pull up off the front iron, won't go. Offensive board kept alive. Good defense by Durnan. Another offensive board for the Pintos. Rebounding have been strong for the Lakers, but better for the Pintos to start this second half. In the corner, pass fake, back up to the top of the key. Pogue extends the defense and switches it off to Borbet after the screen. Volkert, free throw line jumper, contested by Seamow off the back iron. Another offensive board, California. We've played 45 seconds of the second half, and the ball has never left the Pintos' possession. Inside, it's stripped. Loose ball picked up by Franklin.
They heard you.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, we need that ball back. Thanks. And, of course, it was off of a turnover. Sometimes it can be hard to box out when you're up this big at a halftime lead, right?
That's fair.
Doing the small things gets tough.
Durnan, inside, spin move to make space, dishes out. 3, top of the key from Franklin.
I would love to know a shooting percentage. It's got to be north of 50 from the three-point line, probably closer to 75.
Yeah, I did the math. They're shooting 118%. They actually got extra credit.
That's just how good we are at math. That shows more of that.
That's accurate. Volkert the drive. Tough take. And they're going to get Borbet for the shooting foul, so Volkert will shoot 2. Volkert, such a great athlete.
Yeah, we watched him completely wreck a football game when we called the Eldon Mustangs. They lost by, a point, and Volkart was the entire reason.
Well, yeah, Eldon was leading, and when California's quarterback got hurt, they had to go Wildcat offense with Volkart. And honestly, the Mustangs didn't have an answer for it.
No, he's that athletic. He looks a little smaller over here without his football pads on, but he's still a stout guy.
First free throw, up and good. 45-12, the Laker lead.
I think that's something to think about, too, as the second free throw is good. Like, Camdenton's forwards are their quarterbacks, right? You've got Durnan in at quarterback. Yeah. You know, California's bigs probably play linemen.
Oh, yeah.
Them. It's a tough thing to battle.
Hey, a steal by the Pintos as the Lakers were looking baseline. California looking to run. Volkert, strong take inside, draws more contact, and will shoot 2 more. I think I figured out California's technique to try to get back in this game. Put your head down, go to the rim, and see if you can shoot free throws.
That's probably a good strategy, especially if they hand it off to Volkart. The problem is how many. Well, the first problem is we might be here all night if they do that this entire third quarter.
Carson Durnan talking to the official, asking, "Hey man, I felt like I was square. What did I do there?" It's just his first foul. As the free throw for Volkert rattles around.
I'd say that's the first time he's really done anything wrong tonight, right?
And he's pleading his case to the official, and the official goes, I don't know, man.
Said, tuck in your jersey.
That's what he said.
That is actually what happened.
Second free throw, rattles and falls as well. So the lead back at 30, 45-15. Into Borbet, spins around the double team, and a hip check going to be called on the Pintos.
It's interesting. They kind of let him play throughout most of the first half, and I always feel like that's something they talk about at halftime. Like, all right, now we need to call the hand and hip checks.
I don't know that that's something you talk about in this game necessarily, but Seamow.
You would think.
Breaking the press, poke, strong, take to the rim, shot won't go, Volkert the rim, or the rebound, throws it out front. Borbet just outruns his matchup to get it, and he is fouled afterwards. A reach-in foul from behind going to go against the Pintos. They'll get Messerly.
Yeah, and foul trouble definitely, that would definitely put this game away, right? If it's not already out of the question, Camdenton's got, 12, 13 on their bench. California's not going to be able to run that deep.
No, that's very accurate, as there's only 4 players on the bench for the Pintos. A screen from Franklin. Borbay uses it, tries to turn the corner. Hesitation, gets behind the man and lays it up and in with the offhand. Owen Borbay.
I put the points on the wrong team.
Not going to affect this game. On the outside are the Pintos.
Just being honest.
Top of I'm just calling. The Lakers they look really good right now.
Yeah. Well, but back to what you said, California actually has an equal amount of people not dressed out on their bench as they do dressed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough, especially when you're playing a Class 5 school that's, playing in a tough conference and playing good ball.
On the wing, Pintos trying to drive. Great defense being played by Pogue. Dish out, thinking about the 3, didn't want it. Now the corner, Volker shows, drives against Borbay, but good defense by Borbay takes it away. Close out by Semow, runs shooter off the line. Now Volker tries to get inside. Semow is there. I mean, the Lakers aren't giving anything inside of that three-point line. Volker going to step out, and Semow says, I'll come with you. They're out at half court. Semow is pressuring him.
Yeah, most of the quarter they've let him kind of sit out there alone. Now
look at this. Semow's got him in a bad way, but a good give and go attacking the basket. Shot up off the back iron, won't go. Offensive board, Pintos, 3 from the corner, off the iron, no good. Durnan cleans the glass. Fires ahead to Pogue. Pogue, weak side, Borbay. Strong dribble, inside. Pass over his head, behind his back, and the shot falls.
That was somehow one of the most unathletic passes. While it was the most athletic pass I've ever seen at the same time, I'm impressed.
Owen Borbay's having fun.
I love that. That's something I would do when I'm playing pickup and it doesn't matter.
49-15. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Somewhere Larry Bird is smiling.
That is real.
Top of the key, Volker, 49-15. I mean, Camdenton in full control, and the pressure forces a pass out of bounds. I'm not trying to be rude to California with anything here. The Pintos are a very good team, but Camdenton is on a different level right now.
Yeah, and now Camdenton's going to take a timeout.
Coach Edson wants to talk things over with his squad, probably pulling him over to say, hey, Borbay, that pass was really cool. Can you show me how you did that? We'll take the break. You're listening to Mix 92.7 Sports.
KLOZ Eldon.
The season's over, and it's a great time to inspect your dock for any damage. Dam Steel and CWD Supply have everything you'll need to get your dock back to like-new condition. From cables and clamps to bumpers and structural integrity, they've got you covered. Make sure your dock is ready before another season takes the toll. Located right on D Road in Osage Beach. Stop by or call them today. Dam Steel and CWD Supply. Your trusted steel and dock people since 1982. Don't wait. Schedule your dock inspection now. Back to Camdenton Lakers basketball on Mix 92.7.
Both teams still in their huddles, talking things over.
I wonder what do you think they're saying? Let's go on an inside look to their huddle right now. What are they saying?
Well, inside the Pinto huddle, I would say it's all right, guys. We need to just work on some things. Let's try some movement off ball, some execution, see if we can get inside this Laker defense. Mm-hmm. Just maybe let's run through our offense a little bit and find some positive things to build on.
What's going on in the Camdenton huddle?
Borbay, how'd you do that pass, man? Do you think they recorded that? Can we see that later?
That's the truth. Yes, you can see that on MoSportsZone.com.
Love that, man. I love that you picked up on that plug. Yeah. We got this figured out.
Sometimes.
Of course, you can follow the Lakers all year. Mix 92.7. Denny Benny on the call. Got to see Mr. Benny. Was that today? Did I see him today? I don't know. The days all gel together. I saw him one of those. No, I saw him yesterday. Days. Yesterday I saw him. Oh, a lob backside. Semow goes up, catches it, sets his feet, flips it up through a double team. Durnan, no, that was not Durnan. That was, the Lakers have the ball. And it's turned over. Pintos have it, but it's tipped out of bounds. Let's say last touch by the Lakers. That was Eli Dickerson with the big rebound. The way he jumped, I just assumed it was Durnan.
Yeah. I do think it's important for the California coaching staff, and I'm sure they are, to emphasize, Saturday, and this is no disrespect to Eldon because they are a high-intensity defensive team, but Saturday is going to feel easy compared to the defensive pressure you're seeing right now, and that's saying something because Eldon has hardcore defensive pressure.
Oh, yeah, and don't get me wrong, there's going to be a fight that takes place on Saturday, an absolute battle. Oh, what a crossover. What's that, Sandra? Yeah, we actually talked about that on the broadcast Tuesday over the phone, that Denny was 22 or 23 years old, maybe a little older than that, but nonetheless, a birthday boy. I think he may try to get a little duck hunting in to celebrate, so good luck to the big boss man. 49-15, it's all Lakers, 3:20 to play on the inbounds. Volkert, left open, corner three. It won't go, but the board just taken away. Shot blocked, but a shooting foul going to be called, and that'll send Brayton Halford to the line.
They escaped the technical foul there, too, as that ball was launched into the stratosphere by someone. I don't know what happened, but typically you get tagged there. Maybe not because it's 34-point game, excuse me.
Yeah, it does make a difference. Halford's free throws up and good. So, yeah, tomorrow, I'm going to have to go through the whole list. There's a lot of games.
I was going to say, at this point, I don't even think you know what game you're calling. You just show up and call it.
Honestly.
I didn't know what game our first game was, to be fair.
That's fair. Both free throws good for Halford. Lead at 32. Skip pass stolen by Halford. He attacks the basket. He's fouled. And we'll go right back to the free throw line. I watched it, and I was like, I don't think I could break that press.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think we could break that press together.
No.
So.
First free throw up and good. They're different.
When are they back in action? Not tomorrow night, right? Saturday?
The championship game Saturday night.
See, I got all confused by all this stuff because Tipton had a chance to be in the state championship for football, and that was going to throw the schedule off, and so we had talked about that schedule and then another schedule. There's been a lot of situations thrown out there.
Yeah. Second free throw no good, but an offensive board to the Pintos. Volkert's attack won't go. Rebound Pogue, and a steal by California. So Coach Edson not going to be happy about the last few minutes of play from the Lakers. Been a little sloppy. Which I will say, with a 30-plus point lead, you got to expect the kids are going to be a little more lackadaisical, but still,
no doubt,
you want to see execution as a little pick-and-roll action. California trying to connect, but instead the pass thrown out of bounds, ball back to the Lakers.
Well, and I know it's early in the season, but I think that's why you'll probably see Camdenton go to the deep in their bench early here. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't see it before the end of the fourth quarter, just because, I mean, your starters are kind of checked out by now, right? They're done.
Pogue breaking the press ahead to Seamow, trying to save his balance. He finds Pogue, middle of the lane, layup up and good.
They can score at will. I mean, it's a snap of fingers. And
such quick, precise ball movement. Pinto's racing down the floor. Flip shot up over Durnan won't go. Just Durnan being there affected the shot. The board hauled in by Yowlehood. Check back in the game. He gives it to Durnan. Seamow now hits the crossover. Needs some help. Goes to Yow. Seamow left open three. Top of the key off the back iron. Offensive board. Kept alive. Seamow's got a lane to the basket. Right hand off the glass and good.
It's just a little too easy.
53-18. If you just tuned in, don't adjust your radios, I promise. That score's right.
Yeah.
And this is the championship semifinal game.
That was a charge.
It was, but when you're up by 35, it's not. Backdoor pass broken up by Pogue. Stolen by Rapp. Rapp running on the right side. Looks to attack. Ball lost out of bounds. And
felt like there had to have been a foul somewhere there, but
yeah,
well, that's a big cheer right there for the out-of-bounds call.
Yeah, it is. And into the game for the Lakers. Andy Diaz going to check in.
I'm getting facial expressions from Britt. She can't express what she actually has to say anymore because
it's safer
she lost her headset, and the FCC is thankful for that.
Oh, we all are. Pinto's working on the outside. Borbay applying that defense. Man, Borbay is just fun to watch.
This has been a nice experience.
Corner for the Pintos. They fire a rocket underneath. Getting the man in the air, but couldn't finish the shot was Braden Halford. He'll go to the line for two more. Halford, he's been living at the free throw line this second half.
So I think what I've caught on to this is the officials caught word, probably from our good buddy Jason Culpepper. The only thing between us and the hospitality room was the time on the clock.
Yep.
And so they've just decided to blow the whistles as many times as they could. Because that's what we've seen here in the third quarter. Not that it's going to have an impact on the final score, but...
Well, the lead at 34. Halford's second free throw rattles out. Franklin pulls in the board. 1:18 to go in this third quarter, and on the attack, Borbay behind the back to Diaz. Jeez.
That was seriously smooth.
It was so crisp.
Didn't even think twice about it either.
And here's the thing, Bourbe's not a big guy. Usually to make those kind of passes, you got to have a little bit bigger hands and, a little wingspan, but Bourbe's just skilled. Lakers inbound in their own basket. Franklin's got it. He's fouled on the shot. No whistle, play on.
You might get that if you were down.
Or tied or close. Yeah. California, good ball movement. The problem is the last pass goes out of bounds. Yeah, Franklin kind of sat there for a second and looked at the ref like, dude, that wasn't
That's one you expect.
Full court pressure applied by the Pintos. Send to Yowell. Quick pass to Bourbe, racing up the right side. What's he going to do? Hesitation, tries to flip it up, and they will call that block. And he's shooting two.
I don't think he quite sure knew what he wanted to do. He's had so many options so far.
He makes it up on the fly.
This is honestly just more impressive to me because I think this is a better showing than they had in their first round game when they played a 5 seed and then they play the 1 seed today. And like we said, as the first free throw is no good, like seeding in these preseason tournaments is out the window. You don't know anything about any of the teams. Year to year, they change so much. I mean, this Camdenton team won 5 games last year. They're going to win more than 5 games this year. But
second free throw, no good. So neither fall for Bourbe. And California has a player just leak out from behind the lay-in for Hayden Oliver.
And then LaMelo Ball, he popularized that. And it was a nice leak out there from California.
Bourbe, the pass ahead to Dickerson, gives it up to Franklin. Bourbe at the top of the key. Hesitation, gets inside. They try to steal it, knock loose. California hasn't, wants to run. Pass ahead. Yowell recovers, but it's stolen back by California. Jump step inside, creating space. Shot flips off the arm, won't go. Franklin, strong board. Goes to Owen Bourbe with 20 seconds left. In the corner, Pogue.
It's a good time to practice like an end of quarter scenario, even though you're up by 32.
Yeah. Coach Edson, I think, just called out last shot. So 10 seconds, Pogue on the left wing. Fires it back out to Bourbe. He turns, drives inside, dishes out. Dickerson drives baseline, 2 seconds. A shot from Pogue, corner 3 at the buzzer, and the shot is long. We've played 3. Camdenton leads 53-21. Fourth quarter coming up. It's going to go quick. You're listening to Mix 92.7 Sports.
Tired of settling for low CD rates at your bank? Lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. We offer some of the best CD rates in the nation. CDs make saving a cinch. They combine security with great investment returns. Don't miss out. Maximize your savings with a secure, high-yield CD. Check out our rates at fblake.bank and lock in a great CD rate today with First Bank of the Lake. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
When disaster strikes, count on the one team that can restore your home and give you peace of mind. U.S. Disaster Restoration. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week emergency service. They're the team you can trust in one phone call. 573-552-1972. They specialize in water, mold, fire, trauma, and storm damage. 573-552-1972. A proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. U.S. Disaster Restoration. Look them up online and Facebook. Mix 92.7 and Camdenton Lakers basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
Welcome back to Mix 92.7 Sports. We're in the break. We got to find out what animals we were.
Yeah.
Good for you, Ryan, man. I always wanted to be a scorpion.
You're a bull, though.
I guess. I don't know.
I run some people over.
I moo and I eat grass. How cool is that? Whatever. We're going into the Ali Holman Howe fourth quarter of action. Lakers in full control. And, this clock's not going to stop unless the lead gets under 30, and the Lakers trying to make sure it doesn't. Bourbe catches a bullet because Bourbe's Bourbe, and this kid's just ridiculously skilled.
So this is where, as a ref, and I'm just going to out him right now, like I am blowing my whistle. So you don't have to run up and down the floor, and the clock still runs.
Yeah, that's fair. Pogue steps in, dishes it out to Dickerson. Skip pass to Yowell. Yowell looks to drive baseline. Inside pass, he was looking for Franklin. It's tipped back out to Yowell. Couple jab steps, fires it back up to Pogue, and Pogue says, man, I want to catch my breath for a second. And he's just holding on to the ball standing there. He's like, man, I'm cool with this.
California opened the third quarter with a minute-long possession, and now Camdenton's going to do their best imitation.
Pick and roll action, Pogue and Franklin. Pogue gives it up to Yowell. He drives baseline. Goes back to Pogue. Pogue, 3 on the way. Off the iron, wouldn't go. Shot no good. Pinto rebound. So the Lakers ran about a minute of clock off.
See what I tell you, right?
Bourbe is going to get called for the block. Coach Edson's not happy because he's saying, hey, the Pinto's shoving off the whole way down the floor. I'm surprised the officials didn't need to meet and talk about this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is as messed up as it sounds. Like, yeah, it's a 32-point game. There is feel from these guys. Like, they don't get paid by the hour, and they're not cheating in any way. But yeah, they might be a little more ticky-tacky. I know I am when I ref youth games.
Carson Durnan checks back into the game for the Lakers. 6:24 to play in the Allie Holmenhow fourth quarter. 3 lined up for the Pintos. Off the iron, won't go. Durnan right back into the game, right back to the boards. Borbay will bring this
pretty
up.
Effective, right?
So, Lakers going to advance to the championship of the 86th annual Tipton Tournament. Franklin's free throw line jumper off the back iron won't go. Strong Pinto rebound. They want to run. So do the Lakers, though. Franklin back defensively. Yeah, that's trapped. That's a good feed inside for the Pintos as they were trying to catch a man running up the middle of the floor, but he just kind of got him hung up on his hip.
If you want me to be honest with you, too, I mean, I'm not saying anything, calling anything by any means. I think they could do this in the championship game, too.
If the Lakers
I don't think
play
it's crazy
this
to say
way,
that.
no, I don't either, because the California versus California beat South. I'm mixing my teams up here.
I don't know. You're going to come up with something.
Never mind. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. Either way, shot won't go for the Lakers. Pintos have the board, and just Durnan with that catch-up speed. Shot up off the glass and good. A nice finish for the Pintos. Bucket goes to Hayden Oliver.
Again, I do think that, like, yeah, there's going to be a heavyweight battle in the third place game, but California's going to feel relieved when they realize they don't have to face some of these Camdenton defenders.
Well, I mean, it's Class 5. You can't teach what this is, these Lakers are much improved from last season.
Yeah, not even close. I remember talking to their coach last season after a game, and is that going to stay in bounds? Yeah, it did.
Borbay just impresses me.
Yeah.
This kid's got the ball in a yo-yo. He steps out to half court and gives it to Pogue, and they're like, man, we can just sit here and run the clock. We're cool with it.
Yeah. But, yeah, anyways, I remember talking to Coach, and he was talking about, they were trying to build something, but they knew they weren't there yet. They had a lot of young guys, and now we're kind of seeing those young guys show that they have more experience now.
And swiping at the ball where the Pintos trying to knock it loose from Borbay, but stealing it from Borbay is a whole project all in itself. As this game clock already down to 4:20 to play. Well, 4:25 to play in the Allie Holmenhow fourth quarter of action. Of course, once again, we're hanging out in the Kellysport booth up here at Tipton High School. Durnan drives, knocked off, doesn't care, keeps his dribble alive. Carson pulls it back out to half court, and once again, the Lakers have no problem just dribbling while they set up the play.
No.
And once the Pintos come out to pressure, they fake a little screen. Franklin runs a rotation to the free throw line. Durnan dribbles between 3 guys and finally gets fouled.
And we heard Coach Culpepper talk about this on the Tipton game the other day. He didn't directly say it on a broadcast, but he told us, like, is it weird to see the starters out there in a 30-point game? Yes, but this is early in the season. You're learning things, and you have to do it against other teams, right? You have to learn how to close out a game, be able to run clock. Is this a 30-point situation? Yes, but it's the same concept in a 2-point game.
The Lakers are not trying to run up the score.
No.
The Lakers are trying to run this clock out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a skill to learn. Trying to run out the clock, having traps ran at you while you're trying to burn time.
Well, Borbay just played tag with 5 guys, and he's winning right now.
That's awesome.
Pogue, skip pass, backside, and it's caught by Eli Dickerson, who lays it up and in. So the Lakers just ran about 3 minutes of game clock and finished it with a layup.
You can't buy that.
55-23. Lakers really haven't scored much in the second half. They just haven't needed to.
No.
Oh! And they're going to call a shooting foul, but Pogue just swatted one off the glass.
And he didn't even get tagged with the foul, did he? Wasn't it someone else that
might have been?
Got him on the backside.
Hayden Oliver will go to the free throw line. We're down to 2:40 to go in this Allie Holmenhow fourth quarter of action.
Free throws are the best, right? That's like 25 seconds off the clock.
I love having a referee's opinion here.
I'm just being... Now, I'm not...
Platoon swap, by the way, for the Lakers. Some new faces on the floor tonight. Okay, I need to go to my roster I have on my phone because...
Best of luck. Tournaments are always finicky with the rosters, man.
Willard DeMott makes his first appearance in the game. Second free throw up and good. 31-point lead.
That'll play.
Rapp on point. Goes to Yowell. To DeMott. Fires a rocket down to Rapp. Back out to DeMott. Ball knocked loose, out of bounds. Back to the Pintos as we climb under 2 minutes to play in the Allie Holmenhow fourth quarter of action. Now checking into the game for the Lakers, Norrell Parker. Well, he's got some height to him as well.
Yeah.
The Lakers just got size across the board. Oh, what a crossover by the Pintos, setting up a corner three, up and good. 28-point lead now. So technically the running clock's gone.
That's unfortunate.
Well, we're under a minute and a half to play. And the Lakers definitely still trying to run some clock. Yao gets in a little mid-range jumper, shot partially blocked, but they're going to call a shooting foul, so Yao will shoot 2 with 1:16 left.
Now free throws are the worst. We went from them being the best to the worst. I'm just kidding. I'm having a blast up here, but it is the feeling of most officials, and that's going to be the 5th foul on that California player. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that will go against Blaine Cushion.
Cushion?
Yeah, by the way.
As in...
At least I think it's different.
No, as in Blair Oaks Cushion?
No, I don't know, because this one's spelled Kusgen. Nonetheless, first free throw is short. Checking into the game for the first time for the Lakers is Demarion Welchin. So Yao's second free throw attempt.
Is that good?
Good. I feel like there's a conversation going on I'm not a part of.
Yeah, me and Britt are talking about people.
That sounds about right. It's a steal. Quick hands, and then the ball kicked out of bounds, but quick hands being played by Willard DeMont.
Oh. This guy, right, this one official, he swears every time the ball goes out of bounds that it's California's ball just because it's a 30-point game. Like, the coach, that's the 3rd time in a row that he's looked down at the guy and is like, what are you talking about? They'll give it to Camdenton now.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Pinto kicked it out of bounds. That one was pretty obvious. 106 to go, 56 to 27. The Lakers lead at 29. They've led by 30 the entire second half. Lob to the top of the key to DeMont.
He needs to get out of the paint.
Drives back in, yeah.
There we go.
DeMont trying to go to the low block, but it's picked off by the Pintos. California wants to run with 48 seconds left in the game. Shooting foul going to be called as Halford is going to go back to the line. He has shot all the free throws.
Getting his work in for sure. I wish we would have kept track of points so I knew how many free throws he shot, because it does.
They're going to call that on the floor.
They didn't want to wait for the free throws.
I kind of think you're right. So the Pintos will inbound into their own basket. Good movement. Halford gets on the inbounds, kicks it out. Pintos line up a 3 off the front iron, won't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds. They'll say last touched by California. Ball back to the Lakers with 39 seconds remaining in the Ali Holman Howe 4th quarter.
Think we see another shot?
I hope not. Demarion Welchin gets the inbounds. I mean, you're up. I just say that because you're up 29.
Nah, I like when the guys that don't get to play a lot
get to go. What a tough take. And the shot would not fall as Yao tried to get the floater. The Pintos race back. 25 seconds off the back iron. Won't go. And a shooting foul going to be called. And 2 free throws coming up for California.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it was a strong take. In the game, that is Ryan Dent going to the free throw line.
And he earned it, man. He got hit hard. I'll give him that.
That is the Braden Halford free throw line. He doesn't sponsor it, but he's lived there, so I'm naming it after him.
That's fair. That is a fair. I respect that.
Don't worry. Saturday night, you'll get to see the Ava Schlotzauer free throw line.
No, the world is turning, man. She keeps...
Dude, I know. I don't understand it. Second free throw up and good.
She keeps missing free throws. That's not like a Schlotzauer.
She's getting the whole season's misses out of the way, I promise.
That's good. They've got some tough games coming up.
Welcher gives it to DeMont. Down to Parker. Back out to DeMont. Flipped over to Welchin. He drives to the free throw line, gives it to DeMont. And I think this is how this one's going to end. The Lakers seem apiece, just run the clock out. No, they don't. Going to the basket, laying it in. Caden Bowen. Kind of putting the icing on the cake. Lakers punch their ticket to the championship of the 86th annual Tipton Tournament as they win this one in dominant fashion. 58-28, they knock off California. Your post-game show is coming up next. You're listening to Mix 92.7 Sports.
High-Tech Collision and Auto Body Repair. Serving the lake for nearly 30 years. Always there for you. Towing 24/7. High-Tech has the best in complete collision repair. The lake's one-stop shop. Accidents are scary. Repairs shouldn't be. Proud to support Lake community and Camdenton and Osage football. Go Lakers. Go Indians. Go High-Tech.
High-Tech Auto Body and Towing. Body and Towing. Our quality keeps you on the go.
348-9070.
The Butcher Shop in Camdenton, honored supporter of the Osage Indians and Camdenton Lakers. Come in Monday through Saturday for the finest cuts, entrees, sides, sandwiches, and dinner needs. Always serving fresh hot ribs for Friday night lights. The Butcher Shop Catering, custom catering with our recipes, or your grandma's, we cook to order. Customer service is #1 for any event, any size. The Butcher Shop behind Central Bank in Camdenton, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Aye, Captain, the seas of the Ozarks are too rough. Me and crew can't secure the screens and railings. She'll never be installed right. She ain't sturdy, Captain. Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control.
I'm Brett Edson with Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home. My family has called Camden County home for 8 generations. Our farm's roots run deep, too. In 1929, our predecessor, Banks & Woolery, moved the original funeral home from Old Lynn Creek to the square in Camdenton. In 1955, the Reed family relocated to the present location on North Highway 5. Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home has continued that legacy with personalized distinction for over 2 decades. Our caring and capable team stands ready to meet your needs at Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home in Camdenton.
Game analysis, stats, and more. It's Camdenton Lakers basketball, and this is the postgame show on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
We're back with this postgame show as the Lakers win in dominant fashion, punch their ticket to the championship game, the 86th annual Tipton Tournament. They knock off California 58-28. Ryan, I mean, what'd you see from the Lakers in this one?
They came in and did what you would expect a Class 5 school to do in this tournament, right? But that's not always been the case. So you feel very good about that. And this California team is really good. And they came in and made them look like they weren't very good, right? They did so many things right. It's just an athletic team, and I feel like the pieces are kind of coming together for them. Denny's lucky that he gets to watch a team that team is good, and he's going to have some fun games this year, that's for sure.
No, there's no doubt about it. I'm holding on here because I'm hoping that Coach Edson's going to want to come up and chat for a bit. I will say it's tougher for me than Denny because when Denny flags you down, the entire gym sees it. Whereas, Denny's 6'10", I'm 6 foot. We're not the same. Yeah. So little difference there, but nonetheless, we'll hold on and see. Yeah, I was impressed because California to me came right out the gates with a little bit of attitude. Like, hey, we got something to prove. We don't like that you gave us the 4 seed and gave California the 1 seed. And so when Camdenton kicked it into high gear, I mean, they were just flying all over the place, filling passing lanes. And, man, watching Owen Borbet play basketball is very fun.
It was fun. And he's one of those guys that you wonder, if he had an extra inch or 2 on him, like what could he be at the next level? But at the size he is right now and how quick and athletic he is, like, he's a very good high school guard. And dominated that game, definitely left his stamp on it. And then Durnan, I mean, he dominated for a reason, and you're not shocked by it.
No, Durnan is just one of those natural freak athletes that he can just do things that other people can't. And in the same breath, you have guys like Johnny Seamow that are also extremely athletic and fly all over the court, and high IQ guys like Pope.
They shot the 3 ball extremely well in the first half, and that could, maybe give them, maybe that gave us a false sense of hope looking for Saturday. But if they consistently shoot the basketball like that, there's no reason this isn't a 15-20 win team at the Class 5 level.
No doubt about that. So I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and say that Coach Edson likely having a talk with his boys after a big win, and we'll be sure to get him on with the championship game come up Saturday. So we will be back with coverage of that right here on Mix 92.7 Sports and available at MoSportsZone.com on Saturday. But I think that's going to put a wrap on things for us tonight. I do want to give a special shout-out once again to Sandra back at the studio that has made all this possible here tonight. Appreciate her. And, of course, Chris Cannon has been working with me throughout the week. I appreciate Boom Boom and Sandra making that happen. And we've had Britt on the camera here tonight, my boy Ryan. Ryan, it's always fun doing games with you.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's been a great time tonight. And you know what? Go Lakers in the championship game on Saturday.
Absolutely. Go Lakers indeed. We'll be back with coverage on Saturday. This has been another presentation of, wait. I timed it right. Boy, I was so close. Coach Edson, I see making his way up. I mean, that couldn't have been more perfect. Couldn't have been more perfect. So we'll get him mic'd up here. Oh, come on, we're ready for you right now. Coach, your timing is impeccable, I got to tell you. I'm going to jump right into it. How do you feel about your boys' performance here tonight?
I'm not baffled because I didn't think we could do it, but it was awesome to see it, especially this early in the season. We're always having a lot of talent, a lot of athletes. We put it together tonight. And guys, and I know you know this, California's a very good basketball team.
Absolutely.
But we just really played well together, and it's our bench. We're really putting an emphasis on everybody has a role. Our energy was outstanding, and as anybody knows that ever plays basketball, the energy really can impact the game, and it did tonight.
How important for you is it? You talked about that bench. You had a solid rotation going tonight, and how big is it when you can get that 6th, 7th, 8th man off the bench to give you the exact same energy and performance that your starting 5 gives you?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about a game changer, and that'll win you games, just being able to trust that, and that's where we're at. We sit 14, typically not that many, but for a tournament we will. And that's what I've been preaching is I can't sub 6, 7, 8, and then we fall off when we do, especially against teams like California that will never give up until the last second's done. We will ruin our chance of victory. So, yeah, you're exactly right. That was a huge impact tonight.
Now, there's the old expression, defense wins championships. Well, I would argue your defense just got you to the championship. For that first half, it's like you wanted to give no daylight to California. What was the game plan coming in defensively?
Hey, and with all due respect, I love their coach. I love their coaching staff. We knew we needed to take away 21 and 22's ability to shoot. Fantastic shooters. So we played tighter to them, and then I knew 10 is their engine. Number 10 is their everything, from momentum to handling the ball and everything. So we put our best on guard defender on him, and we just forced him. I said chest to chest, and we had to get a feel for the refs too, but we were able to play a little bit tonight. Not necessarily extremely physical, but that was the game plan. Take those 3 out and see what they can do, and if they did it, hey, tip your hat.
Coach Edson, I got to give you a lot of props here. I saw your squad last year quite a bit, and to see the growth in some of these young men and the progress you've made with this program, it's night and day difference. So how important would it be for this young team going forward if you could win the championship on Saturday and start your season with some hardware like that?
Oh, yeah, and that's what we need. You talked about it last year. We were 5-21. I mean, that's a dismal season, not very good. Hard to take a lot of positive takeaways from that. We lost a couple guys to transfer, and then I've got football guys. Number 1, Carson Durnan, didn't even plan on playing, and then he luckily came out. I mean, he's a Division I athlete, but and I know this isn't part of your question, but I've got my seniors, Johnny Seamow and Owen Borbay, that have stepped up tremendously. Owen's taking care of the ball way better than he ever has the last 3 years. He's understanding the process. He's letting it flow. Gavin Franklin's doing a great job inside, off the bench, as we talked about. Alan Pogue hit some shots tonight. Didn't play well Tuesday, but it's extremely important for us to have this early success because after the blue and gold, we're in conference play, and I'm led to believe we're in one of the toughest conferences in the state. So anything right now that we could get momentum leading to that is monumental. I failed to mention a couple other young guys, and Eli Dickerson as a sophomore coming in, just electrifying. No matter what he does, it's going to be top quality production, and I appreciate that from him as well.
I got to talk about one of the kids you mentioned there. You talk about Owen Borbay. Are you a little amazed on the bench as well sometimes with the plays? He had a over-his-head, behind-the-back pass tonight, and another, even though it didn't completely complete, in transition, behind-the-back pass. I mean, the skill of that kid is next level.
And it really is, and this isn't going to be cliche because when you put the work in, it comes to fruition. He works harder than most any other kid I'd bet on a court at any time. Funny you mentioned that because I was kind of the same way as a player in high school. I would be able to see the court. His floor vision is top notch, but sometimes guys don't know how to play to that vision. So last year he got caught a lot of times making a really good pass, but he was turning it over because guys weren't there and weren't ready for it. So just the cohesion of guys playing together all summer and off season, it showed tonight. Now, none of that matters if we come out and lay an egg Saturday against a really good South Callaway team, Coach Thomas's group. So, yeah, you're exactly right. It feels good tonight, but in basketball, you don't get to think about it too long. We got to get back to work.
Well, enjoy it for a little bit, Coach. Great win from your squad, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Absolutely. I appreciate the support.
All right, that is Coach Daniel Edson as his boys. I mean, a dominant win here tonight. They punched their ticket to the championship on Saturday. Ryan, Coach, singing the praises of his boys, the bench coming in, and just the overall energy. And he made a comment you said as well. He believes they're playing in one of the toughest conferences in all of Missouri.
Yeah, they left a really tough one to join a really tough one, right? And a little different style going from Southwest Missouri to now the Columbia area schools, but either way, you're going to have to ramp up your season, and doing so by getting an opening tournament win, definitely a good way to do it. So
absolutely. Well, we're going to put a wrap on things for us tonight. We'll be back Saturday with that championship bout here on Mix 92.7 Sports. Once again, he's Ryan. For Britt on the camera, Sandra back at the studio. I'm Colton Taylor. This has been another